Hello everybody, it's Voodoo Doll Art, also known as Dolly, and recording audio is hard. It is very hard, especially if you are an awkward bean like me. And yet, here you are listening to my voice for the first time ever on my YouTube channel. I have not made a speed paint in a long while, because I just fell out of the habit of making them. But here we are. I just felt like giving it another shot. Plus, I also have some new people paying attention to me on DeviantArt, whereas I didn't used to be active on DA. So maybe some of those people enjoy watching this. If, no matter where you watch me, if you enjoy this, just let me know. And if people like them, maybe I'll make some more. Also, let me know if you like the voice part, because as I mentioned earlier, I am an awkward bean, and this is difficult. So I'm not gonna do it if you don't like it. But if you do like it, then I am happy to continue doing it. Onto what I'm drawing in the video. I'm drawing my character Cosmos, together with their companion slash pet Astro. Now, if you watch me on DeviantArt, then you're probably familiar with Astro, or at least with the species that they're a part of, because they are a simpop. And simpops are little alien bunny creatures that like to emotionally bond themselves to just any kind of other living being and absorb all of their stress and anxiety and negative emotions throughout the day. Now, this doesn't mean that all of the feelings go away, but the negative ones are just dampened, softened, so to say. They have a calming, soothing kind of effect on people, which has been pretty good for Cosmos because they get anxious sometimes. So it's good to have a comfort animal that happens to be magical. Now, Cosmos you're less likely to be familiar with, because I haven't drawn them very much recently, and I also haven't talked very much about them and what they are. They are an alien shapeshifter, which, what that means for them is that where they come from, members of their species change their shape all of the time, casually, throughout the day. So there's really no such thing as a quote-unquote true form. Their true form is whatever they decide to look like at the time. And that's also why I don't have a reference for their body up on my canvas, as opposed to how I would normally pick the colors off of a previous drawing or reference a previous drawing to make sure that I'm staying consistent. But they always look different every time that I draw them. There's some things that are relatively consistent or that will be reoccurring, like their fashion sense and how they like to wear short hair, but they don't always. Which, speaking of their fashion sense, they, as you can tell, are obsessed with the pastel decora fairy K aesthetic. So I just litter them in detail whenever I draw them, which is very fun, but also very time consuming. So yes, I like to draw all of the mini hair clips, and my favorite part in drawing them is probably when I do the patterns on their outfits, like the pattern on their overalls in this drawing. I had a lot of fun doing that. And as you can see also, I tend to reference existing clothing and existing accessories when I draw them, but I don't always adhere 100% to the details. Like, those things are more for inspiration than to recreate the accessories and the prints 100%. Um, but since I am mentioning that I reference real accessories for them and real outfits, I do want to just shout out a few stores that are big inspiration for them to me. One of them being Holly Tea Time, which is where I get inspiration for a lot of accessories and also a lot of clothing that they wear. I often reference the Listen Flavor brand, and then there are two Etsy stores that I have purchased from myself that I really like to reference accessories for them from, which are Sweet Spirits NL, so Sweet Spirits Netherlands, and Peach and Parfait, which is a UK-based shop. So those are really cool and the stuff is really cute and I can only recommend them. I use the accessories myself for Over the Top Sweet Lolita. But we can talk about Lolita another time if you want. Yeah, here I am doing the print. And so I sort of borrowed the ice cream theme from the real overall, but as you can see with the specifics, I just went off and did my own thing. And this is the method that I usually use, is I'll take, for a repetitive kind of overall pattern like this, I will draw some pieces of it and then I'll like mirror it or rotate it one way and then arrange it so that it will tile reasonably well and then copy it all over, which is how I feel like I arrive at a pretty good look. I feel pretty satisfied with how this overall came out. And what I need to do is I seriously need to purchase more buttons, like the buttons that I draw Finder wearing, because when I hunt for inspiration for them, I find so many just adorable, adorable buttons, and I feel like I never wear any buttons, but it's so unfortunate because they're so cute. Just like the rainbow button right here, I referenced that pretty closely from a Holly Tea Time button, which is adorable, and I love it. The moon necklace that you can see right here is an accessory that that Cosmos always wears, no matter what their shape is. It's one of the things that you can recognize them by. It's that and the lacking arm, and of course the sense of fashion. But the current canon that I have for what the moon is, because I've changed it before, but the current canon for the moon is that that was a rock that they had from their home world, which the place that they come from is actually the moon of a large gas planet. So they had the rock when they came to Earth, and they wound up spending several decades stranded on Earth. But they really built a love for human culture and for this planet, and they liked the moon symbol that humans use very much. They didn't use that same kind of symbol where Cosmos comes from, but they liked it nonetheless, so they chose to have the stone carved into that moon shaped, and now they wear it around their neck at all times as a reminder of where they come from. It seems we've made it all the way to the end card, so thank you very much for watching if you stuck all the way through. Subscribe down below, and I'll see you.